Hi everyone, it's Valerie, and I thought I'd just come on and show you some of the things that I've been up to lately. Well, I have a video that's rendering, and as soon as it's done rendering, I'll upload it. So in the meantime, I thought I'd show you some of this big pile of loveliness here. Lots of fun doing these. I just realized I've got half of a book here. Let's see where the other half is. Okay. So what this is a bunch of journal covers that I'm working on. I kind of pull them off here one at a time. So this is the pink one. And let's see how this goes. Okay, now normally the pieces are attached, but I wound up cutting this. Why? Can I go that way? This is the, oh boy. Okay, so this was going to be the front, just like that. And the back piece goes like this. So I will be adding a little piece on somehow so that I can glue the two together. So this gives you a chance to see sort of how I make my paper bag covers. I make sure that there's a pocket on both sides. Like that. So I cut the bags apart. I use the big grocery bags. And normally they're just one piece, but for some reason, I don't know what I did with this one. I think what I did was I put the pocket upside down, so I had to cut it. So no big deal. I'll be able to work with that still. So it's got one of my flowers on there and lots of laces. So I've been having fun utilizing all of the things that I've been collecting over the winter. I really like this one. It's very pretty. It's very delicate, sort of princess-like. And I've got some really cool ideas for what I'm going to do inside these journals. So that will be coming, hopefully, not too long from now. We shall see though. And then this has got a gold colored fabric underneath. And then I just put some laces on top. So that's, and then again, this is like how I do the inside. So this is the gold fabric that I folded over the edge here. And sometimes I'll also fold it over this end depending on what I'm doing here. But that's that pocket, that's that pocket. That's that one. This is another one. And they're all different sizes. Some are made larger. There's a pocket. Pocket. Looks like I need to glue along there. But when I put the fabric over here, that'll also help hold it together. So I'll put some fabric or some cardstock or something to cover it here. I have some really nice paper pads that I got over the winter. This is one that I haven't attached any lace around the edge to it yet. I've just attached just the way it is. I'm not finished on the covers either. I'll go back through my bling, my buttons, different ephemera that I have, and I'll decorate the covers up even more than what they are. I just thought I'd show you what I've been working on anyways. Here's one that has this beautiful piece of sari with all of this beadwork on here. Really nice. And the flowers. All those flowers I made are coming in very handy. There's the inside of the bag. And then this is a little clutch. So I haven't started putting any buttons or closure, any bling or anything on here yet. So we'll see what this turns into. But this is a beautiful, I believe it was a placemat. I'm not sure. I think it was a placemat. And I wound up putting some pockets on the inside. I don't know if you can see those there. A couple of pockets. And I didn't sew it, it's all done with the glue gun. I like my glue gun. So that's the little clutch. And then these books have more of a fabric cover. This one needed an extension put in for the spine because it wasn't quite big enough. So I added a couple of layers of paper bag and then put some fabric, it's more that quilted fabric, onto the bag here, and then cover that up with lace to kind of hold it all together on this side, and then on this side I put paper over it. And then I'll sew the signatures in, and when the signatures are finished being sewn in, I'll cover this up. I'll decorate this up a little bit more. So there's kind of a purpley cover. And I'll probably do more to this as well, I'm not sure. And then this one is quite large because I didn't want to cut it. I love the way that this fringe is on this. This was a placemat. And I love that fuzzy, fringy sort of thing. I just didn't want to cut it. So it'll be a rather large book. It has this beautiful applique there. Wedding dress applique. And here's some wedding dress applique that I dyed. That's that one. And then the last one is really, really big. It's going to be a big book. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put in it yet. And again, I haven't finished the front, but it's getting there. You can see there's a couple of birds here and some flowers. I wanted to sort of keep that there and then just sort of work around it. And then the back is just plain crocheting. So these were a lot of fun. Really, really enjoyed it. And this is, oh, I know what this was. This was a really long table runner. Really wide one. Very shiny gold fabric underneath. So it'll shimmer if you hold it the right way. So I want to leave it so that some of the gold shows through. So you can see that shimmer there. That's the big one. And what else? Okay, I'm going to pause this video and I will get set up to show you the next batch of things I've been doing. So these are the covers of journals. And I also have a few that are made out of cardboard that are probably more this size, the smaller sizes. And they're not totally finished, they just have the base fabrics on them. Okay, I'm going to get set up and show you the next. Pause this video and I'll show you the next batch of things that I have to show you. Okay, so this is a big bin. See if I can hold it up on the side for you to see how deep it is. There it is. Lots of loveliness in there. These are some of my purchases from thrift stores. So these were parts of a curtain. Just has the most beautiful trim on it. And I was cutting it up in these special lengths because at first I thought, well, I'll make kits because I just have way too much stuff, right? But at the rate that I'm using it up doing all those covers and journals, I don't know if I want to get rid of it now. So I might just hang on to it. So these are from that curtain. These are these parts of the curtain. So I have a whole bunch of these ones that I cut off. They're just beautiful, beautiful bling. I've got a big stack of these ones. Ooh, it is a big stack. There it is there, that big stack there. Some more of this curtain. And then this one here is also off of that curtain. So there's this big stack of these big flowers here. I really enjoyed sitting there and put a movie on, snip all these up. That's from the curtain. And then this bin, the rest of this bin, is all from a really, really huge, it was either a tablecloth for a really big tablecloth or a bedspread for a twin bed. But look at all of the doilies I got out of there. These ones, I cut these up into lengths. Oh no, squares. In case I want to use those in a journal. But I can cut them up further if I want to. So these are the square ones. Big stack of square ones. And then these are just singular. This is the other style of crocheting that was on that doily. These are singular. And look at the size of the stack I got from it. Those are these ones in the singular. These are those ones. These are the ones that are in squares. I think they're in squares, yeah. And then there's a whole bunch of these little ones in here. Lots of these. Actually, if I lift this one up, you can see this whole corner is just filled with these small little ones. There's those ones. And then this is the edging. That was all around the outside edge. So I have all these cut up into, like I said, I was thinking of giving them away, or not giving them away, but making kits. Oh, there's some more circular ones under here. Singular. But I think I'll wind up just using them. We'll see how it goes. And looks like there's more singular ones under here as well. These ones, so there's lots and lots of these in here. So this is one of the things that I've been doing, cutting these all up. Some of my winter thrift storing things that I've been doing. Okay, I don't know where these all went. Trying to fit them all back in here. And these are all cut with 7 of these flowers on each row. Mostly. Okay. There we go. That's that bin. Now I'll get set up and show you what else. Now this was a really giant bedspread. And you might have seen it in another video. I think you caught a glimpse. I did show you some of it. It had some pink staining on it. Some of the staining came out in the wash. Well, it got damaged. Not in the wash, not after I washed it, but in my room somehow it got damaged. Now I couldn't sleep with it. It was just way too heavy. It's that heavy crochet yarn, or crochet cotton. It's really heavy. So I decided to dissect it. So I left about 4 of these points per page, or per section. This is a corner, part of a corner section. And I just cut it up. So some of them have the points that were, you know, along the edge. So there's quite a few of those. This is one of the ones that isn't a corner, it's just straight cut. And then some of them are from different parts of the quilt. So I've cut them into, I don't know what this is, it's probably about 3 feet. This is doubled, it's folded in half. So I thought, well, I make different crafts out of them. So eventually it'll all get used up, I'm sure. So big stack of these. Big stack. There's some more of those ones with the points. There. And then this is a strip that was a narrow part of crocheting. Some flowers up it. And this is another part that's a little bit wider. And then these I just left. I can still cut along here if I want to and have strips, or I could leave them in sections like that. So I have this big section here to do that with. So that was heartbreaking to cut this up, but my own fault. It got damaged, could not be repaired. Well, I suppose I could have, but it probably would have showed, and it would have taken a lot of work. So I just bit the bullet and decided to cut it up. It was too heavy for my bed anyways, and I wound up just knocking it on the floor, kicking it off onto the floor when I went to bed every night, and then I'd have to put it all back on again in the morning. So it was probably just as well it got cut up. This is another bin of loveliness. Bits of antique or vintage things that I've been cutting up. This is another piece of that curtaining. This is a beautiful vintage doily. And then lots of these that I've cut up. I might have shown you these, I'm not 100% sure. All pieces that came off of things that I had cut up. So there's big stacks of these. There's some brown ones. Lots of those. It smells nice in here because I lined the bottom of the bin with that scented paper you can buy just from the dollar store. There's one of those brown ones. So there's lots of pieces of things that I've cut off of. Oh, this piece of bridal applique there. Take that out. What else is in here? There's parts of, oh, actually I might be able, I think I'll keep this piece out. Put that on something. Oh, there's a nice big section. That's pretty, eh? More pieces of, there's some pink, came off a scarf. Ooh, keep that one out too. I need to organize this better so I can see what's in here. There's a nice piece of edging. And more of those. And then there's a stack of these flowers. I had cut off a curtain. There's lots of these flowers here, right to the bottom. And looks like another stack here. And then this is a sari that I cut up into sections. Kind of a very, very pale yellow. Very pretty. Okay, so that's that. Let's set these back in here for now. I remember I have this color. It's beautiful. It's a problem when you have so much stuff, you forget what you have. And then I don't know if I showed you these ones or not, but these are some saris that I got over the winter as well. Beautiful saris. Just look at that, all that glimmer. Most of these are all bling and beads. Some with Nice edging. I might have showed you these ones, I'm not sure. This is blue fabric off of a sari, no doubt. And here's some turquoise, very pretty. Actually, this one I think is new. That's the bottom edge, and it's lined. It's not the real original silk that they used to put in saris. It's more the newer polyester. And here's some more of that blue. This must be the lining for it. Some more of the blue. And what else is in this bag? I guess that's about it. So that's a little bit of haul video and kind of show you what I have been doing over the winter and the spring, besides dealing with my mom. So yeah, so next video probably will be showing you some journals. Okay, talk to you guys all next time. Bye.